Dear my friends, dear ladies and gentlemen, and my subscribers and the friends which joined today flight from Kerman toward uh, Tehran, Merabat airport. Currently, uh, we are planning and do the preparation for departure via Kerman. First of all, let's let's take a look about this amazing A300-600, which is designed by inibuilds team, and I am very really pleasure to have this amazing bird, and thank you very much inibuilds that make this plane and design this nice bird for X-Plane 11, and which is very same as the real aircraft in the real world aviation. And again, many thanks to my friends and the group of inibuilds. Thank you very much. And let's go into the cockpit. Some preparation are done about the load, the passengers, and the payload of and the fuel of this flight, which needed for the trip from Kerman to Tehran Merabat. And also the chocks are in place. The AC extra power is connected to the aircraft. IRSs are in align mode, and go back to the cockpit for other preparation. Okay, the lights are adjusted. As you can see, the IRSs are in align mode. Number 1, number 2, and number 3. Electrical power is set up, and there is no more things did for the flight. Fuel loaded. Also, let's documentation of the aircraft is checked about the insurance documents, about the CFA, about the CRS, certificate of release to service, and certificate of airworthiness. All the document about the actually radio communication certificates and the other documentation. Also, the gear pins on the walk around, check that they are removed and on board. And also we are now clear for planning this flight from Kerman to Tehran Merabat. Again, thank you very much my friends that joined me today on board a flight Mahan 1054 Airbus A300-600 series from Kerman toward our destination Tehran Merabat. And hope you enjoy this flight today and have a fun flight and safe flight, and actually educational flight about the simulator and about some experience that can use in real world aviation on this flight. Let's me to turn my ACP audio control panel to turn on, and because maybe on the IVAL network, which is my sorry, I am connected right now, may connect to the ATC for this flight. And let's go back to follow the other procedure and tasks, and also panel scans for preparation. Okay, let's go check to annunciator light to turn on, check the lights on overhead panel. We have 5 sections on overhead panel, The second one is checked, and also the third one, the fourth one is going to check about the fire detection of engines. The last one also checked. Let's go to the main panel from the left to the right. The main panel, the auto brake and a brake anti-skid, the TRP, the landing gear panel, also the right panel and the pedestal, the HP valves of engine number 1 and number 2, the mode selector of the ECAM, also the final part of the pedestal. That's good. And annunciator light auto test performed, and going to preliminary cockpit preparation. And first of all, let's check the ATIS of Kerman Airport automatic terminal information services with the frequency of 127 decimal 250. 127 decimal 2 50 in standby mode, and right now in active mode. And let me write the current weather.
Wind 340 at 14, visibility more than 10. Sky clear, temperature 3, dew point -12. Area QNH 1025. Arriving runway 34, departing runway 34. Advise on initial contact you have Yankee.
Okay, as you see, the ATIS code Yankee is the current weather information code of Kerman Airport. The runway in use is runway 34. Also, the wind is from 340 degrees 14 knots. The visibility is 10 kilometers or more, and the sky condition is clear. The temperature is plus 3 degrees, and the dew point is -12 degrees. Also, the current QNH 1025 of Kerman Airport. There is a good condition for our departure, because as you can see, the elevation of the Kerman is 5,738 feet mean sea level. There is a high elevation airport, and maybe a little bit difficult about the engine performance, the aircraft performance for departure. But also the temperature of 03 and the high pressure actually weather with the QNH of 1025 can help us for departure today, and also the headwind with a speed of 14 knots. Good weather for departure right now, and let's go back for the other cockpit preparation. The takeoff performance data is checked already before this flight. Actually, for this flight I prepared from the 2 hours before the live stream. The takeoff performance calculated, the technical condition of the aircraft is observed. Actually, there is no MEL CDL about the limitation of the minimum equipment of the aircraft is observed. There is no limitation for a 2-day flight, and as you can see, there is I checked the NOTAM, but there is no obvious NOTAM for the 2-day flight from Kerman. And the runway condition is dry, as we check the ATIS automatic terminal information services, and the aircraft condition is good. The aircraft, as always, in good shape, and also I wish to have a safe flight with this nice bird. The takeoff weight, according to my load sheet, which is prepared it already on my paperwork before the flight on my dispatch office. Today is almost 135,216 for departure. Let's go back, check the documentation which I prepared for this flight. Let's go to plan, let's go to other, let's go to flight cards, and I show you a brief trip information about the this flight. The flight number actually 1054 Mahan Air with the aircraft A300-600 series with the seat version of 2-4 business class, or actually business class, and the 256 passengers of economy class. The maximum zero fuel weight 13,000 kilogram, and the maximum takeoff weight 165,000 kilogram. The max landing weight today for this aircraft is 138,000 kilogram. The registration of the aircraft, as you see, Echo Papa Mike Oscar, Mike Oscar, and the crew version for two-day flight is 2 cockpit crew and 11 cabin crew. Dry operating index, which is needed for file the load sheet and get the exact trim of the actually payload and the fuel on my load sheet is 51 according to real aircraft, and the takeoff fuel which is needed for the brake release at the runway 34 for departure is 14,500 kilogram, and the trip time for two-day flight is almost 1 hour and 14 minutes. Let's go check the takeoff information from Kerman toward Tehran. The flight number actually is 1054, and the crew 13, and the pax 238, and the runway slope is minus is here, minus 0.05, and the runway in use is 34, and the field elevation is 5. Actually, the runway elevation is 5,738. Transition altitude is 120. 1,000 feet, and the transition level of the Kerman airport is indicated by ATC, which is around the fly level 140. Actually, the wind direction is 340 degrees 14 knots. Ceiling and visibility is okay. Right now the temperature is 03, the dew point minus 12 with the QNH 1025, and the runway condition is dry. The flex temperature which I calculated for this flight is 44 from the RTOW chart, which is using in real world aviation for this airplane, but we can add a plus 1 degrees of centigrade to the flex temperature, which can almost set 45 degrees due to this QNH. If the QNH is more than 10 millibars above the 1013, which is the reference QNH, we can add for each 10 millibars 1 degrees we can add to the flex temperature. And the flex N1 go around N1 and also max continuous, also climb, and the cruise will indicate by the TRP after calculation. The flap setting for two-day flight is 15, 15, slat 15, flaps 15, and the CG Mac is 25.7 with the pitch trim of 1.4 nose up. Zero fuel weight Mac is 24.5 according to my load sheet, and the zero fuel weight is 120.7. Also takeoff fuel 145 as I said already, and the final takeoff weight at brake release is 135.2 for departure. V1 as I calculated is 152, V rotate 157, V1 158, and the F speed, S speed, green dot speed will calculate by the FMS after setup. Also, it will be a packs of takeoff, and we will remind about this. The all calculation on based on packs off. There is no force for using the engine anti-ice or total anti-ice on. Thank you very much. And going back to the setup of the cockpit, parking brake accumulator is checked. It's not in green band and acceptable range. Attend to this, and we can charge the accumulator from here. The needle right now is in green, in green band, and we can now apply the parking brake. Okay, the pressure indicator of the parking brake is in normal, and alternate brake system. Let's go to check. Release the parking brake and apply the brake with the power. There is no indication of movement of these two needles because we are now using the green hydraulic on brake normal anti-skid now in on position. Turn the switch to the brake in alternate mode, anti-skid in on mode, which is currently is fed by yellow hydraulic pressure. And as you can see, I am applying the brake. The needles are going up with the within the green band, and release the brake. Again, push the pedals for applying the brake, and currently you can see that the brakes are in approved green area. Set the switch to the normal on and apply the brake again. Alternate brake system is checked, and a speed brake handle is in retract position, also in disarm position. Let's check the flap handle, which is in 0 position. Also, let's check to SFPI, slat flap position indicator shows 0 also, and the lateral panel is checked. There is no abnormality about the illumination of fault lights or other abnormality indications. Let's go to the panel scan sequences from the overhead panel. The IRSs already are in align mode, and go check the first section of the overhead panel. No smoking sign on, seatbelt sign will be in off position, and before closing the door after boarding completed, we'll turn it to on position. There is no call indication from other station, and the mechanic call in this side. The hydraulic pressures checked and within limit, they are acceptable for the flight. Also, the servo control indicators with no fault and low pressure are regarding to the no hydraulic pressure about the servo control right now. Slat flap system 1, system 2 is okay with no fault. Pitch field rudder travel good. A spoiler and speed brakes, and finally flight recorder ground control in on. Let's go check to FMS position and cross check with IRS position. IRS number 1 shows a 3015 north, 3015 north. 05657 east, 05657 east. IRS number 2, 3015, 3015, 05657, 05657. Good. IRS number 3, 3015, 3015, 05657, 05657. Good, good. Turn it off and turn back to the IRS number. No, we can turn it off and check the second part of our overhead panel. The exterior light is check all off except nav and logo. Also the wing anti-ice is not required. Pitch trim number 1, number 2, yaw damper number 1, number 2, and ATS auto thrust system are on. Actually there is no fault and illumination of abnormality on control electrical power system. And let's me to pop up this eCam memo page and going to check the circuit of engine fire detection of engine number 1. A sweep test of agent number 1 and agent number 2. Engine number 1 is performed. Going to loop test, loop alpha single chime eCam message, loop alpha, loop bravo, red light, repetitive chime eCam message, release loop bravo, single chime, yes, single chime, and the eCam message. The fire detection system of engine number 1 is done. And also let's check the third section of the overhead panel. Let's the APU master switch off. As I checked already, ignition is in off position. Check the final amount of fuel, 150 and 36, totally 72 and 33, 13, 2, 15. That's okay, 15 totally on overhead. And as we can see on the fuel page of the system display of the eCam, let's go to the other section. Right now there is no need for turn the fuel pumps to on position and check the crossfeed lights is in line. Check the reading light of the overhead panel, and let's go to check the APU fire detection system. Agent sweep test is performed. Loop test, loop alpha, single chime eCam message, red light, repetitive chime eCam message, release sweep bravo, loop bravo, and a single chime eCam message. That's good. Check the landing gear panel on the overhead with the main landing gear panel, yes, 3 down, and lock with no door indication also here. And from this view, let's test the cockpit voice recorder. Test button release, the needle moves from left to the right, and release the needle back to the left position. Okay, let's check the fourth section. The needle shall align with the normal position. About the cabin pressure system 1 in use now, system 2 and system 1. Also the indicators are, yes, the cabin altitude, also the vertical speed, all the things are good. And window heat and the prop heat remain in off position because the aircraft is in ground mode, and maybe before pushback will turn these switches to on, and the cargo compartment smoke detection and the oxygen. Let's check the needle drop, and also with the green band right now. Let's check the engine number 2. Escape test agent number 1, agent number 2 is performed. Also loop alpha master caution single chime, and loop alpha bravo red light continuous repetitive chime, and the ECAM loops bravo single chime ECAM message, and the test is performed. Ventilation panel is okay. Also the cockpit door is open right now. Let's go to turn the emergency light in arm position. APU bleed is not required now. Also the pack valve faults is regular because there is no bleed for supply and actually operation of the pack valves, and also isolation valve is off and currently in on position. The pack temperature is in auto position, and the overhead scan is completed. Okay, we are going to set up the communication panel and ACP, which is set already, and the ATS correction ATIS is listened, but okay, the Yankee is current and there is no change. We are going right now to update the airfield data, and the runway use altimeter setting and the weather data is available and got already, and going to set up the FMS. This flight is planning from Kerman to Tehran Mehrabad with this A300-600 series aircraft, and this is the operational flight plan, and I will brief and explain about this operational flight plan later. On the next videos, we will have lots of documentation, lots of things to do and explain about. But there is actually, you know, that the limitation of time in any videos, and step by step in other videos we can explain about that what is the operational flight plan and how can use and how can apply and use the information for our flight about this flight plan, and how I organize and I coordinate this flight plan, and how set up this flight plan to calculate the information for us. Okay, our flight is from Kerman to Tehran Mehrabad. The alternate aerodrome will be, as you can see here, it is Oscar India Yankee, which is Yazd Airport. Okay, the Yazd as alternate is inserted. The flight ID is in the Romeo Mike 1054 and inserted here. Let's go to insert the cost index. The cost index, as you can see, I prepared this flight with the cost index of 30, And according to the SOP, for the flight below the 2 hours of flight time, we can insert the cost index of 30. But for the for the flight more than 2 hours, we will put the amount of 70. The cruising altitude, as you can see, that I planned, which is almost around our optimum flight level, will be flight level 340 for the cruise. And the cruise wind, as you can see here, average wind from 300 degrees 46 knots during cruise. 300 and 46 inserted. Okay, this is init or initialize page. This arrow shows that the next page is available for the initialize page. This is init Bravo or init B, and this is which we inserted the data is init Alpha. Okay, init Bravo for the next time, and let's go back to the flight plan page. We can depart from Kerman via go to the seats via first runway 34 and going back to the Kerman airport chart. Okay, and let's show you. Okay, this is a star, which is the standard terminal arrival procedure for runway 16, but we need to depart from Kerman, and actually we can plan via seats, a standard departure procedure. And this is departure to Al Gouv. Also this is to Al Gouv. This is to Al Kes. We are going to departure via Al Mob, and this is Al Kul, Al Kul, Al Mek, Al Mek, Al Mob. Al Mob via runway 1634. We wanna to depart via runway 34 to Al Mob. Which runway, which departure procedure can help us to reach the Al Mob via runway 34? That's Al Mob 2 Alpha and Al Mob 1 Charlie via runway 34, runway 34. Al Mob 1 Bravo is via runway 16. But what is the procedure for Al Mob 2 Alpha and Al Mob 1 Charlie? The Al Mob 2 Alpha intercept Kerman radial 335, which is almost near the runway heading 210,000 feet, then turn left, intercept Kilo Echo Romeo, Kerman radial 304 to Al Mob, climb to cleared flight level, which is this one. Continue 335, continue to 10,000 feet, then turn left to intercept runway radial 304 from Kerman to Al Mob. But which one is the Al Mob 1 Charlie? Intercept Kerman radial 335 to 8,500, then turn right, intercept Kerman radial 359er inbound to Kerman VOR, then Kerman radial 304 to Al Mob, climb to cleared flight level, which is this one. Intercept radial 335 to 8,500, then turn right, proceed on radial 359er to overhead VOR, then turn Right again to intercept radial 304 to Almob direct. As I guessed, there is no limitation for our departure today with almost the weather condition, with almost the aircraft performance condition, because we are not actually around or our takeoff maximum weight. We are almost 135,000 of weight for departure, and also there is no limitation about the temperature, high temperature, about the low QNH or low pressure of air. And there is, because currently we do not have any limitation, I think that's better to go via Almob to Alpha. But if we are heavy, for example, we are going to flight for a long flight, for example, to Kuala Lumpur, or for example, to Jeddah, or maybe for the Bangkok or other, I don't know, many other long haul flight with this aircraft, we are actually heavy. Also, maybe it's in the summer afternoon and the temperature is high, maybe with the low pressure air, and in that case I prefer to departure via Almob 1 Charlie, because if I have any abnormality or any fire or any maybe failure of engines or system, we will back to overhead of the VOR, and maybe we can via the ILS we can go to this side to make an arc to join for the final. But we do not have limitation today, and going to depart via Almob 2 Alpha, and let's insert the Almob 2 Alpha, which is Almob 2 Alpha, which is here. Recheck again, seat from Kerman via runway 34, seat Almob 2 Alpha, and it's correct, and insert. What happened here on ND, via, as you can see on the FMS, Oscar India Kilo Kilo 34 6140 6336 Almob 2 Alpha 10,000 or 10,000 intercept Almob 2 Alpha Almob. Let's go check on ND. Okay, 335 10,000 intercept, and finally Almob. That's good. Let's go to insert the flight plan. Route. Okay. Oscar India Kilo Kilo runway 34 Almob 1 Charlie. I plan, but I prefer right now to follow the Almob 2 Alpha. And after Almob, via route Upper Lima 124. Upper Lima 124, going to Yankee Zulu Delta, which is Yazd. Going to Yazd via Upper Lima 124, insert here. Let's check after Almob. Going to Ukvev, then Bomun, then Yankee Zulu Delta Yazd. But after Yankee Zulu Delta, we are going to via Whiskey 32. Whiskey 32 is the name of a corridor or the airway. Whiskey 32 to Rovad. Romeo Oscar Victor Alpha Delta Rovad, insert here. But what happened after Yazd? To Bonol, to Alner, then Purki, then Rovad. After Rovad, via Upper Lima 125, Uniform Lima 125, going to Radal. Romeo Alpha Delta Alpha Lima, and insert here, and after Rovad going via Upper Lima 125 to Radal, and after Radal the last point of our en route. We will descend and make an approach to Tehran Mehrabad. Star via. Actually, we are planning, if there is no limitation, for the runway which has the ILS. The weather of the Mehrabad right now is airport. Oh no, that's not. Let me check in IVA. The current weather of Tehran arrival. Okay, the current weather of Tehran Mehrabad is for the weather of the time 1500 Zulu is 250 degrees 4 knots with the visibility of 5 kilometers due to haze. No significant cloud is observed. The temperature 04. Also the sorry, the dew point -09er, the QNH 1028, altimeter setting 3036, and temporary maybe the visibility will reduce to 4,000 meters due to haze. Okay, the runway use is currently according to weather and the wind. Runway 29er left, and planning for the ILS of runway 29er left for arrival to Mehrabad. And let's go back to the chart, and currently going to the flight plan, and yeah, that's here, and the next page, yes, this page. Okay, going to ILS 29er left, you can see some stars for runway 29er left, also some transition via Kahrizak, via Parir, also via Victor Romeo, and which is Varamin. Going to Tehran Mehrabad charts, and let's go to the stars. Oksam, Mivak, Muksor, Nagmo, Avet, Radal. This is Radal. We have two suggestions for runway for arrival to runway 29er left via Radal. Maybe we can go via Radal to Papa, to Parir, which I prefer this one, or maybe via Radal to to Victor, to Victor Romeo, and then make an approach for runway 29er left. As I prefer the straight one, which is Radal to Papa. Okay, Radal to Papa is here, Radal to Papa. But via where? Via Parir, which is here, not Victor Romeo, not Rudeshur, and no, not Kahrizak. Via Parir. Okay, recheck again. We are planning for ILS 29er left, Mehrabad via Star, Radal to Papa to via transition Parir. That's okay, and insert. But let's check again via flight plan, point with point plan, and here. After Almob, we are going via Ukve to Bomun, then Yazd, then Bonul, then Alner, then Purki, then Rovad, after Rovad to Radal, and after Radal directly to Parir. And there is a flight plan discontinuity here. We can remove it, and Radal to Parir, Parir to center fix 29er left, final approach point, and finally for runway 29er left. And the misapproach procedure will be via Tango Romeo November VOR and the left turn direct to Kilo Alpha Zulu, as I see here. But after this procedure, we can put the alternate route to Obrix for Yazd. Obrix, yes, after Obrix proceeding via Tango 215, Tango 215 to Purki, okay, after Obrix, as you can see here on ND, Obrix, then Reret, then Kavek, then Purki, and after Purki via Whiskey 32 proceeding toward Bonol. Bonol, we have two Bonol here. Clear this one and clear this one. If in case of any misapproach and diversion to Yazd, we can insert the star for arrival to Yazd after misapproach and after the procedure completed and near Yazd or during cruise from Tehran to Yazd. There is no matter to insert it now. And the flight plan page is completed. The secondary flight plan page, the primary flight plan page. Let's go to the secondary. We have a minor fault because if I copy active the primary to here, my indicators and CRTs goes to be blank, and I ignore this procedure for the secondary. But the secondary procedure is related to copy active this procedure and put, for example, via Almob to return back overhead Kerman and make an other approach for the land in Kerman in case of any malfunction or any, for example, abnormal or emergency condition. Okay, let's go to the program page. I can currently insert Kerman. As you can see, the A next to 112.0 shows that this is in automatic mode. Kilo Echo Romeo, this is remuted, and the R is shows instead of the A, and the here is in automatic mode, and I will remute it again. Kilo Echo Romeo, but I can put the Oscar India 2 9er left. Mehrabad 29er left runway here, and can check the distance, these two distance 432, 455, and let's go back to the plan and recheck. The ground distance is 454, which is near to this one, and great circle distance is 431, which is near to this one. Just 1 nautical mile difference between two distances with the plan and with the FMS, and actually that's okay, and we are planning in right condition. Okay, this page is completed, and going to set up the init Bravo page. This is init alpha, which is inserted already, and init Bravo. Zero fuel weight according to my load sheet is 120.7. 120.7. Put it here. And the amount of zero fuel weight CG is 24.1, and the black fuel is also 1.5. The takeoff gross weight is 135.3, which is correct and according to my load sheet. Also, the maximum flight level 390, the optimum flight level 330, and the cruise flight level, which is I inserted, is flight level 340, which is 1000 feet above the optimum flight level. According to FCOM of this aircraft, for 2000 feet below this optimum flight level, or between this optimum to the max flight level, if you choose any flight level which is deviated from the optimum, you can get the about a 4% of fuel penalty. There is good, and we can fly the even level, which is flight level 340. Let's go to the takeoff page and insert our speeds. According to my calculation, the V1 is 152. The rotation speed is 157. Also, sorry, this is V2. I will correct this one. But the 158 can insert from the FCU, Flight Control Unit 158. Okay, 158 inserted, and push the knob to preset to 250. Okay, 250 is preset now, or pre-selected now, and let's check this value. V2 158 selected on FMS, also selected here in blue light. V1 152, which is correct, and totally the setup is okay for this page. And let me write FS speed 173, SS speed 206, and the VFTO, which is the final takeoff speed, which is equal actually with the minimum drag speed in light aircraft. Oh, sorry for the delay. As I said, VFTO is the final takeoff speed or green dot speed, or according to the light aircraft is referred to the minimum drag speed or VMD, which is 220 right now for this flight. Okay, that's good. And the airport elevation of Kerman is 5738, which is almost round up to 5800. Thrust reduction altitude will be 1500 feet AGL. In fact, plus 5800 will refer to 7300. The acceleration altitude will be 3000 AGL, which will be 8800. Engine out acceleration and engine out thrust reduction altitude will be same as the thrust reduction, which is 1500 feet AGL, 7300 for this amount, and 7300 for this one. This page is completed, and go to the mode. This mode is based on cost index 30, it's mine input. The econ mode is selected, and let's go to the tact mode. The econ mode also selected. If we want to for example climb with the max climb speed or any other selected speed, we can put here, and I put for example 300, and I decide to climb with this value 300 till I get the Mach 0.78 during climb. Okay, let's go to the takeoff page. Is completed. Our setup is completed. This side flight plan page, and going to the glare shield setup. From the PFD-ND brightness is adjusted. Also flight director is in on position, nav selected. Let's check. As a reminder, I put the 1.4 nose up for reminder for the trim, and page in up check attitude. That's okay, and put it in map mode. Constraint or CSTR is activated. The range is in minimum. Also select the 10,000 feet and a runway elevation. Let me check the runway elevation of runway 34. 336. Runway heading, sorry, runway heading is 336 and nav engaged. Also constraint this side and flight director in on position, and the glare shield setup is completed. Let's to a lateral panel that rat is stowed and fixed in position. Also okay, the oxygen check performed. GPWS on the main panel. Going to check the GPWS check, ground proximity warning system.
Right slope. Pull up. Terrain ahead.
Okay, ND brightness is check, standby airspeed, the needle shows 0 and the speed bugs are placed. For the takeoff speeds, PFD check, the airspeed shows 0, V1 and also the other speed are checked, and 10,000 in blue, decision height not set, VS heading green, and alt nav blue flight director 1 is engaged. Vertical speed indicator shows 0. Let's now adjust the range and test the TCAS.
Adjust vertical speed. Adjust. Climb.
Altimeter
Climb.
shows
Climb.
no
Climb.
flag,
Crossing. Climb.
and
Increase.
let
Climb.
me to set
Increase.
the
Climb. Climb. Climb now. Climb.
300
Climb
as a
now.
reminder of
Descend.
7,300,
Descend.
this
Crossing.
value
Descend.
for a thrust
Descend.
reduction,
Crossing. Descend.
and also
Increase. Descent.
set
Increase.
the
Descent. Descend. Descend now.
QNH
Descend.
1025.
Maintain vertical speed. Maintain. Maintain vertical speed. Crossing. Maintain. Monitor vertical speed. Traffic. Traffic. Clear of conflict. TCAS test. Pass.
Okay, TCAS test passed, and the TCAS system is in good condition. Also altimeter is set, QNH is set, and clock is okay. Also a standby altimeter, a standby horizon shows the horizon in, and it's in a good position. ECAM recall okay. Left forward cabin not closed, related to the door, and recall checked. Brake anti-skid check normal and on. Engine instrument, let me select the engine page here, and Oil pressure is 0. Oil quantity 1717 is which is acceptable and in good condition. Oil quantity bug on this indicator is not simulated. Fuel flow indicator shows 0, and here the fuel flow indicator and fuel used indicator actually. N2 EGT N1 checked. There is dashes on the indicators and also reverse unlock light, which refer to these 4 indicators are in off position and the lights are extinguished. Going to check the TRP. The TOGA EPR is 1666. Let me write it. TOGA 1666. The MCT, which is referred to maximum cruise thrust, is 1.416. The climb thrust will be 1.388. 1.388. Also the cruise thrust will be 1.310. And finally going to flex. The amount of flex was 45. 44 plus 1. The flex target's EPR will be 1.464. The TOGA was 1.666. Okay, the landing elevation for departure will set to 5,800, the Kerman elevation, which as I get the emergency or any failure, there is no need to readjust this landing elevation, but some minutes before top of descent, we'll readjust this one to Tehran Mehrabad altitude. Okay, let's go to check the ADF frequency. The ADF frequency of Kerman is 290. 290. Again 290. For the other side 290, sorry, and 290. Actually really sorry, because there is lots of time for preparation, and we have to do the tasks of the captains and the first officer, also the pilot flying and pilot monitoring, and takes some more times. Also explanation about these items will take too much time, and thank you for your patience and apologize because of your time to see and listen to me. Okay, thank you, and let's go to insert the VOR and ILS frequency of Kerman. The ILS, let me switch this toggle switch to VOR to disappear these dashes and the related frequency appear. Okay, after departure we will continue on radial 335. I set this one to 335. The frequency of ILS 108.7, 1087. The final course for the ILS is 336. Okay, and going to Almob, our seat. This no, Almob 2 Alpha, not this. That was Almob 1 Delta. This side set to 335. The other side will set to 304 for the second radial interception. 304. Yes, the VR ILS setup is completed, and going to weather radar check. Sorry. My side is selected, test is passed. Parking brake is checked. The ATC is in a standby mode and the altitude is off. And also let's go to alt reporting to turn it to on, and VR ILS course frequency is set. FMS data is completed, and fuel quantity is already checked. Set the fuel pumps to on position. Also window heats and prop heats are on. There is no abnormal condition. And going to lock the cockpit door and turn the seatbelt sign to on position, and takeoff briefing. Takeoff briefing has lots of items to explain and brief about the runway state, weather expected after takeoff, any usage of anti-ice packs on or off takeoff, about the takeoff speeds, about the terminal area topography, about the trains, about the mountains, about the elevation, about the runway lengths, and something more about the seats, about use of weather radar or not, about anything more. But maybe on the next videos we will completely pay attention to the takeoff and approach briefing, and we'll completely talk about these items. Okay, thank you again, dear my friends, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for this flight, Mahan Air 1054 from Tehran, from Kerman International Airport toward Tehran, Mehrabad. And our preparation for departure is completed, and we are getting ready for departure at Kerman Airport. And let me check the doors. The L1 door, left Side door is still open. Let me remove this loaders, also air. The L1 door is closed now, and prepare for pushback. Plan my pushback.
All right, Captain, got the directions. Let me know through the menu when you're ready. Great news, Captain, your tow's coming.
Going to contact with Tehran control on IVAO network that have a live communication with Tehran control and take a clearance for departure.
All right, looks like the doors and hatches are closed and we're ready to connect.
Tehran control, Mahan 1054, Kerman airport, good day and radio check.
Mahan 1045, hello, good night, radio check 5, and contact Kerman Tower 118.25.
Thank you very much, Kerman Tower, Mahan 1054. Appreciate, sir. Okay, Kerman Tower 118.250. Let me check.
Control, hello, good evening again. This is runner 407 because we have a question here. Shiraz approach
118.250.
has a bad internet. I contact with you.
Runner 407, confirm ready to copy activity.
Affirm, sir, ready to copy departure instruction.
Runner 407, clear destination Mehrabad, via flight plan route follow Cabot 1 Alpha, for runway 29 on left, flight level 280, squawk 6312.
Kerman Tower, Mahan 1054 with information. Bravo, good day.
Mahan 1054, Salam, good, go ahead.
Requesting IFR clearance to destination Mehrabad, inshallah, via Upper Lima 124, Mahan 1054.
Mahan 1054, Istanbul, please.
Standing by, Mahan 1054.
Mahan 1054, you are cleared to IFR destination Mehrabad, via flight plan route after departure. Formal move 1 Charlie, flight level 340, squawk code 1500.
Clear to destination Tehran Mehrabad via flight plan route after departure Al Mob 1 Charlie. and squawk will set to 1500 Mahaner 1054.
Mahan 1054, your readback is fully correct. Calibration ready for push and start.
Call you back when ready, Mahaner 1054. Kerman Tower, Mahaner 1054 request.
Mahan 1054, confirm ready for push.
Negative, sir. Requesting Almob 2 Alpha, if possible, via runway 34, Mahaner 1054.
Mahan 1054, stand by please. Mahan 054, Roger, cleared for almost 2 Alpha.
You are confirmed that I am cleared via Almob 2 Alpha, Mahaner 1054.
FM, sir, Alpha to Alpha.
Thank you very much. Mahaner 1054 re-cleared via runway 34, Almob 2 Alpha to Mehrabad and squawk 1500. Also, within 2 minutes later, we'll be ready for push and start.
Feedback correct, copied.
Before start checklist, mobile phones off. Cockpit preparation completed. Gear pins cover removed on board. Transponder. Standby. Signs on. Nav system. Nav. Fuel quantity 150. Onboard and cross check. Takeoff data VBugs set. Landing elevation set. Altimeter 1025 set on both sides and the elevation cross checked. Brake anti-skid normal on. Before start checklist down to the line completed. Okay, tow truck is connected. Before start checklist below the line. Windows doors closed and locked. Yes. And beacon on. Parking brake on. Before start checklist completed. Kerman Tower, Mahaner 1054 requesting push and start.
1054, push and start up, approved, QNH 1026.
Push and start approved, QNH 1026, Mahaner 1054. Let's check again. Okay, the information weather changed.
Wind light and variable. Visibility more than 10. Sky clear. Temperature 1. Dew point -12. Area QNH 1026. Arriving runway 34. Departing runway 34. Advise on
QNH is changed to 10. Sorry. Two six. Also this side. Oh, what? 1026. The APU is available. Chocks, external power disconnected, chocks removed, and parking brake released.
Here comes the pushback. Light 'em up.
APU bleed is on, and going to start engine number 2, then number 1. Okay, today this is a second sector of flight after Mehrabad to Kerman. We are returning back to Tehran and turning the ignition to start system Bravo and starting number 2, starter valve open, N2 increasing. Max motoring. Okay, fuel on, time checked. Fuel flow, EGT is rising. EPR, N1. Oil pressure, oil temperature. N245, starter valve closed. Power transferred and waiting for N1.
Just about done here. Go ahead and set your parking brake.
Push is completed. Parking brake is set. Pressure
And we're
checked.
disconnecting the tow. Give me just a moment.
Okay, engine number 2 is stabilized. Starting number 1, starter valve open. N2 check. Also bleed pressure checked. Okay, clear to disconnect. And to checked, fuel on, time checked. Fuel flow,
And
EGT,
we're disconnected. Signal is
almost
on the
6
left. Take it
seconds.
easy and have a safe flight.
Oil pressure, oil temperature also, N1 rising. N245, starter valve closed. Flight control check, to the left, to the right, neutral, to the down, neutral, rather to the left, to the right, neutral. After a start checklist, pitch trim set, 1.4 nose up, rudder aileron trim check and reset, flight control check, spoilers armed, anti-ice not required, ECAM status check normal, cabin crew signal, ground crew signal received, and aircraft is well clear. After a start checklist completed, I'm going to request a taxi clearance. Kerman, Tower Mahan 1054 requesting taxi.
Mahan IRM1054, chassis control runway 34 by taxiway Alpha.
Taxi to hold short, runway 34 via taxiway Alpha Mahan 1054. Okay, taxi clearance received via taxiway Alpha to hold short runway 34. Let's check the taxi route. We are almost here. The first taxiway to the right is Alpha and holding short to the runway 34. Taxi nose light in taxi position. Landing lights in extend position, not on. Turn off lights are on, and also overall check of panels. Brake released, and we are clear for taxi. Again, thank you, sir. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, that joining me today for this flight from Kerman to Tehran, Mehrabad. Also appreciate inibuilds team to design this nice bird to enjoy today's flight. Thank you very much. Okay, power applied, aircraft moving, brake checked. Before a start checklist, down to the line. Flight instruments checked. Briefing confirmed. Flap setting 1515 set and checked. V1, VR, V2 flex temperature. 152, 157, 158 with the temperature of 45 is set, and takeoff config. Takeoff config normal, and before takeoff checklist, down to the line completed. Okay, first to the right is Alpha.
Hi, 1054, runway 34, clear for takeoff, wind 030 degrees, 7 knots. Happy flight, sir.
Runway 34, clear for takeoff. Mahan 1054. Appreciate, sir, and thank you for the service. Have a nice evening, sir.
You're welcome, Captain.
Before takeoff, checklist below the line. Cabin crew, prepare for departure. Cabin crew advised. Takeoff runway. Runway 34 confirm and transponder. On TCAS TARA and set above. Also auto brake, max ignition, continuous relight set, hacks, hack number 1 off, also number 2, and takeoff clearance received. Before takeoff checklist is completed. ECAM memo page, 13 frequent icing range, no smoking on, seatbelt on, landing light extended, continuous relight on. Final pass cleared, runway also is cleared. We are clear for lineup and takeoff runway 34. Strobe lights on.
Approaching 3, 4. On runway 3, 4.
Okay, currently we are lining up runway 34. Takeoff clearance received. Taxi nose light on takeoff. Landing lights on. Terrain on my side. Adjust the brightness. Time sets. Applying power. Also the brake temperature is checked here. Toga. Thrust SRS runway. Speed alive. 100. V1. Rotate. Positive rate. Gear up. Autopilot number 1. Kerman Tower, Mahan 1054, out of 6,800, climbing Almob to Alpha.
Mahan 1054, contact Tehran 162.5, Pushback.
Tehran control, Mahan 1054, appreciate sir. Climb thrust set, pack number 1 on, lights, landing gear neutral, speed brake disarm, switching to Tehran control. Tehran control, good day, Mahan 1054, out of 8,600, climbing Almob to Alpha, Kerman.
I-1054 heavy, hello, good night, radar identified, climb flight level 340, follow Almob 1 Charlie. Direction Almob 1.
Thank you very much, Almob. Do you confirm Almob to Alpha, Mahan 1054? FS speed.
Proceed direct to Almob.
Proceeding direct to Almob and climbing final flight level 340, Mahan 1054. Okay, SS speed.
Radar A29072 with taxiing start of composite with taxi instructions runway 29 right. 29072 taxi.
SS speed plus 10, slot retract.
Alpha 1 Bravo.
Proceeding direct Almob, 10,000 passed. And pack number 2, there is no continuous relight, landing lights off, wing light. Okay, after takeoff checklist, landing gear up neutral. Going to profile mode, landing gear up neutral, ignition off, slat flap retracted 00. Packs number 1 and number 2 are on. Borrow ref.
Ireland 7520 kilo ILS from the 31 right.
Okay, 1,000 feet standard. Standard. Climbing with 300 knots, and let's set this standby altimeter also to 1013. That's good. Select the range to 16, Almob ahead, and set the heading CDU progress page is selected. Currently maintaining a 300 indicated airspeed with a level change. Level change is the priority of the speed. That's maintaining this speed with selected here and give the final or best climb rate, which is currently almost 3,500 feet. Okay, that's too much. That's better to select the cruise N1 because saving the engine life, and there is no need to get a higher rate of climb. As you can see, it's reduced to almost above around 2,500 and now reducing again. Let me check, turn off the trim tanks because of no transfer of fuel in trim tank. Okay, checked. We can clear, and we are reducing 2170. Check the attitude of the aircraft. The seatbelt sign off because the flight time is short.
Tehran airline 7520, full established ILS runway 31 right.
And
7520,
the cabin crew can
to land is being
do their duties.
Clear to land, runway 31 right, airline 7520.
Related to trim tank, that's okay. No matter. Select the range 120. Turn off the terrain mode. Select the speed to 300, reducing the rate to 1,500 feet per minute. Select the range to 240.
monitor about to direction of the chap ahead.
Have a nice goodbye. خطشون رو تاور اکتیف هستن.
بله ماهان 105 مانیتورینگ کامان تو اسمایل شبتون بخیر می‌گذاریم پرواز خوبی داشته باشید خدا نگهدار
122.8 Unicom Mahan Air 1054. Thank you sir for the service. Have a nice evening. ممنونم قربان محبت کردید. شب خوبی داشته باشید. خدا نگهدارتون. Okay, set a squawk 2000 for the Unicom of IVO 122.8. Is selecting in standby mode. And activated. 122.8, squawk 2000, and proceeding as filed to UKWeb. Mach 0.79 selected and reducing to 1000 feet per minute rate of climb. Because of this rate, we can now apply the climb thrust. As you can see, we are 67 nautical mile out of Kerman on radial 305 and proceeding toward Ukvev, then Bomun and Yazd. Passing fly level 320 and 2000 to go for final fly level 340. The sky is well clear, left side, right side, but with a little haze on the horizon and the lower level. Okay, approaching final fly level 340, reducing to 500 feet per minute and preparing for cruise tasks. Okay, reaching final flight level 3400, sorry, 340 and cruising. We are switching to profile mode. Also, let's scan the overhead panel. And that's okay and normal, except trim tank pumps which are in off position. Exterior light check is okay. We can turn off the nav and logo light to off position in daylight according to SOP, and there is no matter. And the strobe and the beacon light are still on. Let's check the FS panel, decision height 0, also FPA, and select the altimeter. Bike to 0 and AS indicated airspeed indicator speed bike set. Currently about 18 minutes passed from our departure from Kerman, and let this landing elevation of Tehran and also let's set the TCAS to below and ECAM memo page no smoking on with the total air temperature of -24, fuel tank temperature -14, total fuel on board 12.2, which is 12,200 kilograms, and the gross weight 132.9, and the CG of 29.1. ECAM pages, let's check. Engine page, hydraulic page, electrical AC page, direct current, DC, bleed pressure, air condition. Almost a little bit hot in the cabin. Let's select the cockpit to as you can see, arrow moving down to the cold position, and the temperature will decrease about 2 or 3 degrees of Celsius or centigrade within next minute. Also pressure, cabin pressure, which is cabin altitude 6,570 feet, vertical speed +30, and the differential pressure is about 8 psi. And the indication of the forward and aft hot fuel valves and the fuel page, which is the engines are feeding from the inner tanks, and APU page, good, flight control, good, door page, and the wheel page with release brakes. Okay, ECAM pages are checked, and go to take a look on Operational flight plan. We are inbound to Bomun, maintaining flight level 340. Let's check about the prediction in Bomun. Bomun is here via Upper Lima 124 to Bomun. We can reach the Bomun after 24 minutes after our departure, and the predicted fuel for Bomun is 10.7. 16 nautical mile inbound to Bomun, and almost with this ground speed for the 2 minutes. We have about 1.5 minutes to Bomun, and almost we passed 22 minutes. Okay, we will cross-check our actual time and fuel over Bomun with the prediction of the flight plan within next 1 minute. Cabin temperature is decreasing. Cockpit also decreased to 2.2, and the cabins to 2.3. Let's adjust the cabin to 2.2 or 2.1 also. We are approaching now Bomun, 6 mile. Currently we are over Bomun. As you can see, the time passed from the elapsed time of our departure is 24. For the flight plan is 24. We are almost on time. About the fuel, 107,118. 1 tons and 100 kilogram. We are ahead of planned fuel, on time, and about 1 tons ahead of about the fuel. That sounds good. Let's go to make a preparation for a landing. Let's check the weather of Yazd. The ATIS frequency is 126.25. 126.25, and
is Shahid Sadoui INTL information.
Shahid Sadoui
700
information.
Wind 240 at 6, visibility 10. Sky clear, temperature 2, dew point -10. Area QNH1030. Arriving runway 31, departing runway 31. Advise on initial contact you have Alpha.
Okay, the latest weather information of Yazd received: wind 240 degrees 6 knot, visibility 10 kilometer or more, sky clear, temperature 2, dew point -10, and the QNH 1030. Somebody asked me that why we are listen to the en route ATIS of the airport, because first, in case of any malfunction or emergency, we will turn back to our en route airports or alternates. The Yazd is critical today because Yazd is our takeoff alternate, our en route alternate, and also our destination first alternate. Let's check it here on our flight plan. The takeoff alternate is Oscar India Yankee Yankee, as you can see here. Also, the destination alternate is Yazd, and the en route alternate as I planned today. And as you can see here, we inserted Yazd from Obrix to Purki, then to Bonol via Whiskey 232, from Merabat to Yazd as a destination alternate. And I got the latest weather because in case of any diversion, the weather condition at Yazd is very good, almost 6 knot wind, 10 kilometer or more visibility with the clear sky. Range 120, P speed, P alt, nav. And heading adjusted. We are over Yazd and turning inbound to Bonol. Okay. Preparing for descent. So it's going to say and for Radal to Papa. Okay. Axil, we give we are gonna to since Rudeshur Radal to Papa. I will tell you that how organize and maybe coordinating our descent profile, actually information and updating FMS. In the next videos, but you can see right now that how we can do that. Take a look to the ILS. Going to flight plan, just the heading here, and okay. Recheck the FMS database. Runway 29er left, final approach point, and the elevation. 6,500 with the angle 300, which is not correct. 3.3 is correct. Okay, we insert 3.3 on flight path angle on the FS panel, and on the Charlie India 29er left, we predicted for the 8,000, which is almost correct, but for Parir, Charlie India 29er left is located 1.5 mile out of Tango Romeo November VOR. The VOR is at the end of the runway. But where is Parir? Parir is located 25 miles of Tango Romeo November. In fact, Charlie India 29er left with Parir, there is almost 10 miles difference. In Parir, 10 miles give us in the normal condition 3,000 feet. 3,000 plus 8,000 give me the 1,000. Parir, 1,000. And the speed is for Parir Parir is our initial approach fix, and let me check the VFTO or green dot speed is 215. Okay, Parir 215 for Parir is good. In green dot speed we can fly in clean configuration, and if we want we can take a flap and actually deploy our flap. That's a good engine, a good speed for Parir, and fly level 110. Okay, return. Radar. How much distance we have between Parir and radar? Okay, let me insert something on this page. The ILS frequency 119.9er. Final approach course 285. Let me check. Okay, inbound to Almer. There is this is soon to insert Mehrabad VOR here, but we can select the 285 for both VORs. Okay. 358 for Kilo Alpha Zulu. Three 7-3 for Victor Romeo Varami. Also 3 5 8 3 7 3. The ADF are set for Kahrizak and Varami. We set active the Varamin because we are going to Parir. There is no need for activation of Varamin. Activate the Kilo Alpha Zulu for the miss approach procedure. And also the ILS angle set, going to set the minimum 4040. 40, just set the 40 here. This is 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 6, 7, 9 and 1000. We are omitting 4000 but inserting the 40 which is here, and remember the 4000. This is our minimum during landing. Let me check the Alner 37 and the fuel 108. Okay, we will back to this chart and we'll brief the approach. But right now set the 80s frequency here. 1200. 12800 and active this frequency, because during approach whenever we get the signal from the 80s of the Mehrabad, automatically broadcast the information of 80s. And also let's to set up the frequency of 19.7 for the Mehrabad approach in case of any available approach service. 119.7 is selected. A star. Okay. There is 48 nautical mile from Parir to Radar. Parir 110, 48, almost 50. 50 in 3 give us the 15. 150 plus 110 give us the 260. Radar 260 and speed managed by me actually, and will maintain actually 300 knots my descent speed. But where is our let's go back. Our top of descent is between Rovat and Radal. As you can see, Rovat we are maintaining 340, Radal 260, and between Rovat and Radal we are our top of descent. But I will give you more information about this calculation later on the next videos. Turkey Turkey 42 minutes 41, 1 minute ahead and 9.3 and almost 1 tons ahead, 1 minute and 1 tons ahead on Turkey. I will remove the Tango Romo November. The frequency is 115.3, and again right side Tango Romo November, and the frequency is 115.3. Going to approach page, and let me check the weather of Mehrabad on IVO. The weather is 240 degrees 4 knots, 6 kilometer visibility, no significant cloud. Temperature 2, dew point -07, QNH 1029. Also, let's select the standby. Altimeter 1029, and the MDA was 4040. Put it here. Almost 5 knot wind correction, and a slat flap 3040. VREF 143, we approach 148, F speed 170, S speed 203, and the green dot speed 215. Destination Oscar India, alternate Oscar India Yankee, and also the go around EPR. The Tehran elevation. The Tehran elevation is almost 4,000. The temperature is 2 with temperature of 2 degrees with elevation of 4,000, 1.651. Go around EPR. Okay, that's good. Let's go back to brief the chart. Okay, we are planning for a start Tehran, Iran. Via chart and according to chart index 10-2 Echo, which issued 20 November 2020, which effective 3 December same year, with IATA code Oscar India with correction ICAO code Oscar India with IATA code Tango Hotel Romo with name of Mehrabad. Sorry, because I am going too fast. We are approaching to our top of descent. Proceeding via Radal to Papa. After Radal on heading 320, going to Parir, and actually Radal to Papa from Radal on 320 track to Parir, and there is a limitation about the speed within the TMA and CTR, max 270 not within TMA, and the 230 within the CTR. The CTR is this line, which is located 70 mile out of Tehran, and the CTR is this one. Okay, let's go for the approach. And sorry, I am going too fast. Okay. According to chart, we are proceeding and planning for ILS runway 29er left, Tehran, Iran. According to chart, 11-1, which issued 3 August 2018, which effective from 16 August same year, with ICAO code of Oscar India 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 Yatako Tango Hotel Romeo with name of Mehrabad, the localizer with identification India Tango Hotel Lima, and the frequency 109.9er, which is set already, with the final approach course 285, which is set already. The glide slope at distance 4.2 from the ILS shall be 5,265 feet. Also, ILS decision altitude is 4,440 feet, which is set, and the airport elevation is 3,965, and the minimum sector altitude based on Tango Romeo November VOR according to the sector that we will be arriving is 10,000 feet, and transition level, flight level 110, transition altitude 9,000 feet. After leaving Paris, proceeding on course 285 for joining the ILS for Charlie India 29er left and descending 8,000. After distance 15 or passing Charlie India 29er left, descending 7,700 for capture the glide slope. The ILS glide slope descent angle is 3.30, and the ILS minimum for full ILS is 4,040 feet. The minimum RVR for our category Charlie is 720 meters. For the visibility, it increased to 800 meters. For the Cat Charlie, there is some notes for circle to land, that to runway 21 left, 29 right, ground visibility shall be 5 km or more, and after localizer, in case of glide slope out, visibility will increase to 2,800 meter. Also, the chart is based on PANS operation. In case of approach light system out, visibility will increase to 1,200 meter. In case of localizer out, the minimum will increase to 4,450 feet, and the minimum will increase to 2,000 meter. In case of glide slope out and approach light system out, the visibility will increase to 2,800 meter. Circle to land not authorized from north of the airport. High intensity approach light system available for the runway. Puppy light on the left side is available. Also, in case of misapproach, climb straight ahead to VOR, then turn left to Kilo Alpha Zulu NDB to join holding at 7,000. Expect 8,000 by ATC. And after landing, if possible, vacate via Bravo 5 or Bravo 6. And let's go back for preparation for descent. Okay. We are approaching top of descent. Signs on, and the nav and logo light to on position. Landing elevation is set, minimum is set, RP climb, and 1, 2, 2, 3, 6. Okay, 5 miles later we are going to descend to lower. Selecting 220 and Alt hold 0.78. Everything is okay and looks good. Okay. Going down and starting descent with vertical speed. Range 60 Mach vs nav. Let's check the accuracy of FMS. Progress page. Okay, speed increasing as we descend also, although indicated airspeed increasing and the Mach number decreasing. After reaching 300, we will select the 300. There is a bug. I selected this altitude to 220, but oh, maybe before shift to alt hold I use it. I set it to 220. That's my mistake. After radar, our minimum will be, as you can see, fly level 110. Okay, passing fly level 200. Set the trim tank pumps to on. Except that's on. And robot radar 119.7. 119.7. Merabad radar, good day, Mahan 1054, out of fly level 198, descending fly level 110.
Mahan 1054,
Radio 3, sir, your voice is continuous but very weak. Would you please talk strongly?
Mahan 1054 is quick 1000.
Do confirm Squawk 1000.
Confirm.
Squawking 1000, Mahan 1054.
Mahan 1054, read identified, continue descent, flight level 11046, order 2 pop arrival, express Alice, 2 now, report 5 dB carriage.
Descending fly level 110 for radar to Papa, ILS 29 right, Mahan 1054. Do you confirm a report when established?
Negative, 5 dB carriage.
5 nautical mile inbound to Parir, report position, Mahan 1054. Merabad radar, any speed restriction, Mahan 1054.
Negative. Have not any speed restriction. And what the fuel speed 204 knots, KNH 102.
Appreciate for the information 1029er and no speed restriction, Mahan 1054.
Information Bravo. 800 Zulu weather. Wind light and variable. Visibility 4. Sky clear. Temperature 2. Dew point -7. Area QNH 1029. Arriving runways 29 left. 29 right. Departing runways 29 left. 29 right. Advise on initial contact you have Bravo.
Okay, decelerating to 240 and let me write the 80s.
Merabad INTL information Bravo. 800 Zulu weather. Wind light and variable. Visibility 4. Sky clear. Temperature 2. Dew point -7. Area QNH 1029. Arriving runways
Okay.
29 left.
The latest information of Bravo received. Also wind variable, visibility 4,000 meters, sky is clear, temperature 2, dew point -7, and the QNH1029er. Approach checklist. Briefing completed. ICAM status. Checked. Signs on. Landing elevation set. Approach checklist down to the line completed. Selecting the green data speed 215 and increasing the rate. ATC instructed to report 5 miles inbound to Parir, which is almost 8 miles right now.
On 1054, this is another 1000 feet correction after Paris, descend at profile 6500 feet. Report and establish.
Descending 9,000 feet, confirm. Descending 9,000 feet for establish on ILS report when established the Mahan 1054 and clear for approach. Okay, we are cleared for 9,000 feet and transition level is passing.
Approach Mahan 1039er on a stand that should be 06 aircraft type A310. Request destination to Mashhad via flight plan.
1039er destination Mashhad via flight plan. Satisfied. Departure Airport 12 from use 2 now left. Spark 1516. Correction.
Over Parir, proceeding for join the final and
clear destination to Mashhad via flight route runway 40.
speed check. Slats 15.
1516 Mahan 1039.
Mahan 1039er, we got this correct.
Lock star, lock green, land mode engage. Merabad radar Mahan Air 1054 on the localizer, runway 29er left, Merabad. Continue approach 29er left, Lima Mahan Air 1054. Currently we are on the localizer, but the glide slope is not captured, and we are not at this situation that report we are on the ILS, and we are actually on the localizer and report that we are on the localizer. Speed check, slat 15, flaps 15. Glide slope alive. Land engage. GS blue. Runway 29er left, clear to land, Mahan Air 1054. Landing clearance received, GS green. Second autopilot engage.
Startup approved the QNH 102.
Reducing to 175 knots. We are actually passing east of Tehran with the Alborz Mountains on the right side, Balemorghi Airport, and on the straight ahead we can see the Merabad. Approach checklist, altimeter 1029er, set post side ignition, continuous relight set, and FIS FMS set for approach. VAP selected 147. Approach checklist completed. Radio altimeter alive, gear down, flaps 20. Lights set, auto brake low, speed brakes arm, go around altitude set 7000, and tow gas selected, decelerating 150.
Request taxi.
Speed check, flaps 40. Merabad radar, Mahan 1054, wind check. Thank you, wind commander 1054. Okay, because of higher ground speed, we are reducing to 144. 700 approaching. Autopilot disengage. Okay, also with manual braking, reverse green also.
Runway 1054, welcome Airborne, Sunrise Bravo 5, cross 291 Alpha 5, stand 302.
Turning right, Bravo 5, Alpha 5, Alpha, crossing, 29er right, approved, and stand 302. Do you confirm?
Permitted 2 miles, 105.
Alfred Monitor 1029, request cross runway 29 right.
Monitor 1039, cross, runway turn right afterwards, Bravo 1, breaking Bravo 1, line up rate 29.
Cross runway 29 right after route, continue taxiway Bravo 1, line up runway 29 left behind run.
Approaching 1 left.
Amrabat radar, runway 29 right vacated, Mahan 1054.
Monitor 1054, continue Alpha, stand 302. Welcome Airborne.
Thank you very much. Via Alpha stand 302, Mahan 1054.
Line up runway 29 left.
Monitor 1039, left 3
Runway 29 left, clear for takeoff. Information on board, runway 29.
Okay, after Echo 6, the first one is 302. Another Mahaner is departing Mehrabad. Okay, 302.
Say again, sir. Mahan 1039.
Mahan 1039 redundant flight, then reaching 7,000 feet and left 10 knots.
Climb to 7,000 feet and start Tehran, Mahan 1039.
First to the left is 302. Okay, welcome to Mehrabad, and we are at a stand. Parking brakes is set, pressure normal on ascent 302. APU is available, and let's turn on the APU bleed because of the bleed valve cycles, and engine number 2. Shutdown and engine number 1. Okay, positive shutdown. Beacon lights on. Report on block stand 302 Mahan 1054. Thank you, sir, for the service, and monitor Unicom 122.8 Mahan 1054. Appreciate, sir. ممنونم محبت کردید جناب ماهگلی عزیز. Okay, switching to Unicom 122.8. Also, engines are shut down. Transponder standby auto, TCAS off, and also slat flaps retracted, spoiler retract and disarm, landing, sorry, ignition off, APU on and available, and radar off. Parking checklist. APU bleed is on, engines off, built up pressure. Is 0, and lights and signs. And chocks are in place, and seatbelt signs off, and fuel pumps. Move to off, window heat and top heats, also IRSs, number 2 and number 3. Check the brake temperature. 20. Let's the brake fans turn to on, and okay, thank you very much, my friends, my subscribers, and hope you have enjoyed this flight today, and thank you very much and appreciate for joining me today on board inibuilds A300-600 flight number 1054 Mahan Air from Kerman to Tehran. We tried to make a memorable flight, and also according to the SOP, and follow the procedure as well as the real world aviation. And again, thank you very much for this long time, maybe around 3 or 4 hours of preparation and flight, and hope to see you again in the near future on my next flights. Thank you very much. Have a nice day or evening, and wish you all best. Thank you.